What if the entire debate over whether America should even exist as a united nation came down to one simple question most people today have never even thought about? Today, we're opening Federalist Number Two, written by John Jay, and placing it right next to the arguments of the Anti-Federalists. This is where the philosophical DNA of the American constitutional republic begins. And trust me, it's far more interesting than most history classes made it sound. Let's set the stage. It's 1787. The Articles of Confederation are struggling to hold the country together. States are acting independently, national coordination is weak, and foreign powers are watching the experiment unfold with more curiosity than confidence. John Jay steps in with a bold argument. The safety and prosperity of the American people depend on union. Not a loose alliance of states cooperating when convenient, but a genuine nation capable of acting together when it matters. Jay even appeals to providence, arguing that geography, language, and shared principles suggest the American people were meant to govern together. But this was never a case for unlimited federal authority. The emerging constitutional design was built around limited, enumerated power balanced by checks and safeguards. Then come the skeptics. Anti-Federalist writers like Brutus, drawing on Montesquieu, warned that large republics risk losing accountability. Their fear was simple. Distant power could drift away from the people it was meant to serve. And honestly, after just fighting the American Revolutionary War, their caution was understandable. Here's the remarkable part. Both sides were defending liberty. One feared chaos without union. The other feared tyranny without limits. The brilliance of the United States Constitution is that it attempted to hold both truths at once. The Federalists secured ratification, while the Anti-Federalists secured the United States Bill of Rights. The result was not victory for one side, it was balance. And here's the satirical part that practically writes itself. Today, Americans argue endlessly about federal versus state authority, about the size and reach of government, as though this debate started sometime around last Tuesday on social media. Meanwhile, Jay and Brutus were having the exact same argument in 1787, just with better grammar and no comment sections. The tension wasn't a flaw in the system. It was the design. Union prevents chaos. Limits prevent tyranny. The constitutional republic survives by holding both ideas in tension. Here's where the modern comparison becomes interesting. In many ways, the political parties of today resemble those old debates, except the arguments are often louder than the reasoning behind them. One side tends to lean toward national solutions, the other toward decentralized power. Both contain pieces of the founders' arguments. Both sometimes forget the balance that made the system work in the first place. And that balance is exactly where an independent voice belongs. Not to tear down either side, but to remind both of them what they were supposed to be arguing for in the first place. The founders debated fiercely, but they were united by something deeper than party loyalty, a commitment to the long-term health of the republic. In a strange way, the Federalists and Anti-Federalists weren't enemies. They were the guardrails that kept the system from drifting too far in either direction. The real challenge today isn't choosing one side of that debate. It's restoring the discipline, integrity, and constitutional mindset that made the debate productive in the first place. That's the spirit this country was built on. Help us restore our republic. Vote Rachel Fox for U.S. Senate this November 3rd.